Okay, so hello, little update on my work. It's gonna be a short video. This is day 7 and 8 combined, probably. I'm making this video on June 11th, consider it. It's actually June 12th because it's 1 a.m., so June 11th. I haven't been posting, my fault. I've been kind of caught up, but also, like, I've been feeling like a lack of motivation. And I fell victim to like shiny object syndrome. I was thinking about other things, and that got me a little distracted. But worry not, I haven't left the path. I'm gonna lock in, like, I'm gonna be dedicated to this project for 90 days for sure. And other than that, I have been having work. So, as some of you might already know, I am a summer intern at IIT Bombay. I'm doing systems engineering and IoT and web development there. It's a remote internship, like I don't have to go to IIT, but it's about to wrap up and like a lot of things, um, impactful things. I'm finishing up and all of that. Like we are thinking of doing a complete UI overhaul to our app. Like whatever we've built is just insane in terms of how much value is packed into the same thing. If it was not open source and under IIT Bombay, like you could totally sell this as a SaaS and it would go crazy. Like I'm being for real, especially with how much potential this field has in the future. I'm not saying exactly what I'm building because we haven't launched yet officially, but yeah, that's that's one thing. Second, I think I mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but I already have this software development automation client who wanted to take their project to phase 2, right? And I already said कि okay, I'm gonna take out some time for you and go to phase 2. For me it'll be like 15 to 20 developer days of work to finish the phase 2 requirements. But like with this client, I have had really bad issues because they are like, the problems I've had is with documentation. So the scope creep in the project was insane. We had defined XYZ things, and then they kept adding, and like me naively, I kept like thinking, okay, in good faith, because this project had been introduced to me by a professor of mine who I like really respect and like. So in good faith in terms of maintaining relationships. I was like, okay, okay, we'll keep adding. But then at a one point it went too far. And the problem was in written, there were only X points, but I delivered like this was written, I delivered this much. So I asked them for phase 2, like, bro, everything end to end that you want, you write it down, every single thing. So they've sent me like a list, an Excel sheet of 113 points or something. So I'm gonna check it out. It's Friday, so I'll probably have a meeting with them on Monday to begin work, and I'm gonna give it 1 or 2 hours um, of like 1 or 2 hours in the coming uh, days for just analyzing how to do it most like really efficiently, and then ensure that I get that done as well. I have another robotics project going on. This is also old. Um, like it's not insanely transformative. So one second. I'm sorry. I don't cut this out. So like okay, this robotics project is not insanely transformative, so I'm not like so hyped and like constantly on it, but I also have to finish that. But that's no excuse. I'm gonna dedicate my at least 4 hours a day on this. The agent is shaping up like the actual main service where 40 seconds 47-second calls. I have to figure out how to navigate, or I have to check laws. Like these are some of the issues I'm currently thinking about. One, that if a lead signs up on Zillow or like on the agent's website after 10 p.m., I don't remember exactly the time, but there's something called TCPA in America, okay? And you can't call people after a certain time, like 10 p.m. But if a lead, it's a warm lead, and they make an effort to sign up after 10 p.m., then do I instantly call them, or do I wait until the next working day, 8 a.m. on the next working business day, to call them? I don't know how that's gonna go. If I have to wait, then I'm not sure how scheduling is gonna happen. Like, how I'm gonna schedule these calls for the next day. That also I'm like a little confused about. I'm gonna have to look into that because it has to be first come first serve. But then, okay, that's one set of problems. Another is, oh yeah, the emails are warming up. So by 17th June, I think we'll complete 2 weeks of warm up. I'm pretty sure, yeah, something like that. So I'm thinking hybrid approach, like cold email will start from June 17, June 18, and then full fledged I'll ramp it up after 3 weeks are completed. I have copies ready. Like, I use a lot of techniques to write an email sequence in four in 4 stages, and I have that ready, but I think I'll refine it more and just ponder upon it a little. I also think that getting the first sales calls is going to be a little difficult, but once I start getting and once I am in the flow, there's nothing that can stop me. But I have to improve my pitching and my sales itself, and I also am planning, I'm not sure because I have like a lot of constraints, especially storage is a big issue. But I'm going to try to record every sales call, like screen record with my camera, audio, everything. One, to do analysis later. Two, um, the best sales calls and the worst sales calls, I'm gonna put it in a Google Drive. I'm gonna put it online for everyone who's watching this video, like subscriber or not, whatever. They can also access, like everybody who has access to the internet can access this to kind of get an idea of how a good sales call goes and how a bad sales call goes. But especially when I'm automating this business later on, when I cannot do delivery, product like service delivery, as well as client acquisition, which is like not cold outreach, then reply, then get on sales. When I cannot do that in the future, I need to have a huge database of what works and what doesn't for the closers that I hire. Now, I'll be closing for the longest time, and maybe I've it'll only be me closing forever throughout the lifetime of this business. The first thing I'll automate is like probably getting a VA to do cold outreach. But I think the concept of having this pot of good and bad sales calls for anyone to learn, and like full length, not edited, nothing like that. And because I'm documenting this entire journey, people will know, like, have faith that this is real. Sometimes, like some YouTubers, they're just gonna put sales call scripts, but the sales call scripts, the faces of the clients are blurred and everything, and it's just a random YouTuber. It's their first or second video with like the perfect thumbnail and everything. So you kind of start doubting ki, is this like a real sales call, or is there something going on behind the scenes? And then you scroll in the description or whatever, and you see book a coaching program and close high ticket deals, um, like book a one-on-one coaching session with me. So that YouTube video is a funnel for them to sell their coaching program. It's not really giving value, like, so that drops my trust level for these YouTubers. Anyways, that's kind of an update. I'm gonna definitely record and post every single day. My Mac is on 10% right now, so that's the video. I'm again almost about to hit 10 minutes, so that's it. Thank you for tuning in so far, and have a great day, night, evening, afternoon, whatever. Bye bye.